Hey guys, in today's video I'm doing your A-League club's most underrated player. With Auckland FC, I've got Francis de Vries. He got 1 goal and 7 assists as a left back in 1,979 minutes in the A-League last season. With an average rating of a 7.71, he was an outstanding player for Auckland FC, but just hasn't gotten his flowers. Yes, he got picked for New Zealand in the World Cup, but I still think he's underrated. Next up, Adelaide United and Ethan Alagich. 4 goals and 4 assists as a holding midfielder in 1,815 minutes is crazy. And with Adelaide United coming second in the A-League and finishing in the ACL Elite qualifying stages, he got an average of a 7.55 FootMob rating in every game. So consistent. And with players like Jackson Irvine and Ajtan Hurisic getting older and Ethan Alagich being only 22, the Socceroos are calling. Brisbane Roar, Justin Vidic. Justin Vidic finished the season with 4 goals and 2 assists as a backup striker. With players like Ben Long and Michael Roos competing for one spot along with Justin Vidic, he did very well to get himself 6 goal contributions in 1,286 minutes. Starting off at Marconi Stallions before moving to the Newcastle Jets where he got limited game time, let's say Brisbane Roar signing him was a successful move, and being just the young age of 22, there is so much more room to grow for this young striker. Central Coast Mariners. Speaking of young underrated strikers, and Ollie Lavelle has got to be up there. Scoring 2 goals and getting 1 goal in the Australia Cup for the Mariners after joining in January, he was a crucial signing for the Mariners to climb up the ladder. He scored crucial goals which won them games that could have got them into finals if they didn't fall off at the end of the season. And being 21 years old, he is another hot striker in form that we could be seeing in Europe very soon. Macarthur FC, Luke Vickery. 5 goals and 1 assist in 1,367 minutes. He also scored 2 goals in Asian competitions for Macarthur, which helped them greatly as they've made it far in the Asian Champions League too. As well as this, he's only 20 years of age, and yet Indonesia are trying to convince him to switch allegiances from Australia to play for their national team. This alone just shows the talent he possesses and what a career he is going to have. Melbourne City. Maiden Mehmeti. 4 goals and 1 assist as a teenager is pretty hard to do, but in 963 minutes, Maiden Mehmeti did it. Last year, he had Feyenoord in his ear trying to convince him to sign for the Dutch side, but instead he stayed at Melbourne City and grinded hard, and now he's ready for his big European move. He's played for the young Socceroos, representing them at under 19 and under 20 level, so it's time more people see the talent he really has. Melbourne Victory, Denny Jeanroux. 2 goals and 4 assists in his return to Australia after playing at Macarthur a few years back. He certainly had a successful campaign. Sure, it was his target to make the World Cup for Australia, but he still played amazing and in a position he wasn't familiar with. With Juan Mata signing in that attacking number 10 role, he was forced to play deeper in a centre mid to centre defensive midfielder role. And he still thrived, guiding Melbourne Victory along with many other players to finals where they almost made it past Sydney FC. Newcastle Jets, Daniel Wilmering. Yes, the ex-Western Sydney Wanderers player starred for Newcastle as they had their glory won winning the A-League title. 1 goal and 8 assists from fullback is incredible in 2,070 minutes. He got an average rating of 7.41 in FootMob and heavily deserves to be on this list. Perth Glory, Jayden Kachowski. 3 goals and 3 assists as a striker who was about to play for Western United. Yes, that's Jayden Kachowski's story, as he signed for Western United, but then they were out of the A-League, their licence revoked, and he's instantly signed for Perth Glory, who were tracking him beforehand. And with 1,044 minutes, he delivered, with an average rating of 6.86. He showed exactly what happens when young players are shown time and minutes. Sydney FC, Ben Garuccio. Another signing from Western United after their APL licence was revoked. Ben Garuccio got 1 goal and 3 assists from left back in 1,716 minutes. He got an average rating of 7.4 in FootMob and got in career best form under Patrick Snorbre after he took over from Ilford Tower. Wellington Phoenix, Corbin Piper. 4 goals and 4 assists from defence is incredible. In 1,590 minutes, Corbin Piper produced the impossible. Sure, Wellington Phoenix had an underwhelming season, but Corbin Piper is becoming one of the New Zealand national team's most exciting young prospects. But it wasn't last season that Corbin Piper burst onto the scene, it was the year before, grabbing 3 goals for Wellington Phoenix yet again. He's truly a goal-scoring fullback, super exciting. Western Sydney Wanderers, Anthony Panagopoulos. Of course, it had to be one of their leaders, one of the players that had to stay in the new era with Ufuk Talay. He just scored versus Chelsea and proved his worth for Western Sydney, being a key figure and star player for the Western Sydney club. When Western Sydney Wanderers finished 12th last season, Anthony Panagopoulos grabbed 1 goal and 2 assists from centre-back, and despite all of the bad performances from the team, he was still outstanding. Truly underrated. Thanks for watching another A-League X video. If you enjoy this content, make sure to subscribe and like the video on your way out. And as always, make sure to stay tuned on A-League X.